What's good? Boy Fannon. I do not know why this little picture is up here like that, man. What is good? What's good? Junior the Truth, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Yes, sir. What's going on, Sheldon Holmes? Maurice McElroy, what's going on, man? Gravy Davy. B&B Boxing, man. I released a video earlier today, man, so it's going to be a little slower, people getting their notifications. Because, you know, when you put a video out, at least this is what I thought. What I find. When I put out a video in the morning before I do the live stream, it's slow to get it's slow to get live streams. But if you in Pit Trail Boxing Talk, know that I'm going on. This is the Trill After Show, dog. We doing the Trill After Show over here, all right? And support Black Fight Fan TV. Subscribe to Black Fight Fan TV if you're not, and which I have a hard time believing anybody in here isn't. But do it. What's going on, Desmond E? How you feeling, man? What's good, man? Yes, sir. Almighty Law, Junior the Truth. I think I said, what's up? Let's do this work. Thank you, Thomas Moreland. I'm out here doing it. Kane, the bad guy, said right on time. Yes, sir. Whose tube is this? Mine. Yes, sir. What's going on, Jay Burson? What's going on, Fannon? How's your morning going so far? Good, man. I got a little exercise in. My work at the job. I didn't have a bunch of people. I no longer got like 10 contracts I got to go over. I got them off my plate. So, some more probably gonna come this afternoon, but I get those off my plate later in the afternoon when I actually do my paid job. But I'm good, man. I was enjoying Trill Boxing Talk. So what's going on, 78 Source TV? What's going on, Rough House? Well, best fight, the best boxing, dog. You got to get on my channel, man. We got to do a video together, best fight, the best. We got to do a video. Man, y'all have got to go to Best Fight the Best Boxing and subscribe. This dude is doing his thing over there, man. He loves lighting them trolls up, dog. And Sugar Fantastic. What's good in the hood? What's going on, Sugar Fantastic? General Squirrels in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, man, I just want to say, man, please support Best Fight the Best Boxing. Please support Best Fight the Best Boxing. He's a good LDBC community member. Dude, exactly. Flame spitter, dog. He be going at it, man. One of these cats with a real passion for it, man. And loves ripping a new one in them trolls, dog. Hell yeah, Troll Cemetery over there, dog. Man, matter of fact, dude, I haven't seen my man Reef the Watcher. He's like Reef the Watcher, but he goes in depth. Boy, he be tearing them dudes up. Definitely check him out. Say when, King, I'm on your time. That's what's up. Much love in the super chat. Best Fight the Best. Yeah, man. Let's hit me in my email, man, and we can just have a conversation and do a video. I want to do some collaboration. Larry Bedford said just found his channel. That's what's up. I want to do some, and dude, your channel is growing quick. Best Fight the Best. I like that shit. And you do videos too. You just put some videos out. That shit is what's up. This is my email, man. You got my email, man. Just hit me up. I already know you got it. The Jimmy J Smooth Network. What's good, man? I like your channel too, man. Subscribe to the Jimmy J Smooth Network. Black Fight Fan TV. Smack that shit hard for my boy. What's up? Shout out to the homie Fannon. Great video about the zone throwing in the towel on Eddie Hearns. Yeah, dog, it's time. Eddie Hearns, dog. It is. Hey, man, but you said something, Black Fight Fan TV, that is hilarious to me. You said these cats come to your channel with Lomachenko acting like you just faking it. Like, oh, yeah, dog, there's no way you can really like Lomachenko. Like, how the fuck can you? These cats don't get, man, you can like a fighter. It's like, I only get on a motherfucker when you try to make them do so much better than everybody else, and you start giving cats unrealistic fucking accolades. You know what I mean? Fucking right, Lomachenko can fight, man. He got that ass dotted up, though. He got that ass, boop, boop. Got that ass dotted up. But, hey, dude can fight, dog. No doubt about it. Yeah, dog, they do, bro. That shit's crazy, dude. They do that shit to me with Tyson Fury. I love it, though. Because every time you don't like Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's white. I'll be like, dude, check the videos. God dog, dude. I was doing videos that like 50 people watched, dude, a year and a half ago. Yeah, about Tyson Fury, man. When Tyson Fury's daughter was clowning fools, Tyson Fury's daughter was clowning fools on a video I did. Man, they don't get it. Tank will smoke him. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he'll smoke him in about 2 years because Lomachenko's getting older. Dog, I'm telling you, it's when you get back-to-back fights like that, dude, they're going to have to make another. What's the excuse going to be next fight? First of all, there's no real excuse needed if you're like, this dude can fight. He won the fight. He beat he beat Jorge Linares by knockout. I thought that was his best performance was Jorge Linares. Followed by, he did it. Actually, he stepped up again. And when he was having a hard time with Pedraza, he stepped it up and knocked him down and made it so there was no question in the fight. But dude, when you try to make a motherfucker like he's like he is just, there's never been a fighter better than him ever, and he's like leaps and bounds better than everybody else, and there's no chance that anybody could ever lay a glove on him, and he's the Matrix with that corny ass angle. What do you see that angle replay they were trying to do with him and all that? Like, dog, like he's the only person to throw a left hook. Like, dude, did you really just do a 3-dimensional fucking show of a left hook? Like, he landed a left hook. What the fuck is the show about? But that's when you get me kind of snapping. Like, come on, man. Like, I was big on Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I wasn't the first person to say Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a hater. I wasn't the first. That I heard, because people say things you just don't hear. Blood boxing was the first one to I really heard get into Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s chest. And that shit was before the Canelo fight. When that motherfucker stole Muhammad Ali's, when he started calling himself TBE, and he started talking about the fact that Muhammad Ali lost to Leon Spinks, I knew he was a bitch. He's a bitch with no respect. Because even if you believe it, you don't say that. There are some things, it's like Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the type of asshole that would knock a little old lady down in the street so that he got out there in front of him. He's somebody like, you can tell that nobody ever, when he was a little kid, reined his ass in and made him a more respectful person. And that might led him to be a great fighter. But dude, when you talking about Muhammad Ali and you trying to make an argument about why you're a better fighter and why you had a better career than Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali is 70-year-old in a wheelchair, having dealt with Parkinson for the last 20 years, you're a disrespectful piece of shit. And you just should do what every fucking body else did. Klitschko never said that shit. Vitaly Klitschko never did that shit. Vladimir Klitschko never did it. Mike Tyson never did it. Larry Holmes said that he used to give Ali the business in sparring, but Larry Holmes never. The only cat that Foreman never disrespected him. The only cat that I've ever heard have real beef with Ali was Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier should have beef with Ali because shit, he didn't need to call him a monkey and all that shit. That was just out of sorts. But that's what made me think that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was an ass of the highest ass of the highest ass. How do you, with a straight face, steal this man's logo, you thief? The best ever, the greatest of all time, TBE. That's literally means the same thing. So you literally are stealing this dude's mantra, right? You a fucking copyright violation. I mean, damn, you stealing his copyright and try to steal his style, and you ain't even as good at it. And he would have whooped your ass anytime he was ever a professional fighter with Parkinson's, you little midget. I don't fuck with Floyd, dude. Kane Bag, I said, I don't believe Floyd believes half the stuff he says. People pay to see. No, dog, you don't let him off the hook. He believes that shit, dude. Don't let him off the hook. He believes that. You cannot be an ass that consistently, dude. You cannot be an ass that consistently. I think Ali, that shit was more of a show because you could see times of real humility in the man. Please tell me a time when that little Napoleonic midget has ever been contrite, when he's ever been humble. And just like Black Fight Fan TV said, when he wasn't making all that money, the money wasn't that important. But when he started making the money, then the money's everything. If he stops making money, it won't be about the money anymore. It's all about him. It's all about him. The dude's a jackass, dude. That's it. He's a jackass. And you can say he's a great fighter. He is a great fighter. Is he better than Manny Pacquiao? Yes. When people say certain things about him, I'm gonna defend him. Manny Pacquiao is not the fighter of the best fighter of his generation. He's not. That's Floyd Mayweather. Okay, of his generation, the cat that stands out above everybody in Floyd Mayweather's generation is Floyd Mayweather Jr. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is still a midget. He still comes in. I've seen him. I didn't meet him, meet him, but I was around him. He comes up to about right here on me. The dude is about the same size as my son. And just like they said, if some big 6 foot, he needs 6'10" bodyguards. Because if Ndamukong Suh decided to grab that little motherfucker by the neck, he just and throw him. I ain't got a lot of time for that dude, man. Dude, what is this shit? Dude, why are you on your Dude, what is this, man? You got a lot. You just keep coming, huh, Sean? Huh, Sean? You know it's you, right? You got to fantasizing about them boy girls or girl boys, whatever the fuck you doing, dog. That guy was in the trail boxing stream too, dude. That's that cat from Taiwan, dude. That's that dude. Whoever that is, whoever's doing that is consistently making videos. He's on somebody else's stream, but he's been kicked out so many times that he now feels like he needs that attention from a strong black man. Dog, you need to go harass Black Fight Fan TV, okay? I am a middle-aged black man. I'm getting a little, little old. I'm not your type, dog, okay? I'm not your type, all right? Go get you go harass a big 6'5" strapping buck like you like him. Fuck out of my face. Hey, no offense, Black Fight Fan TV. I was just like, because that same dude is probably the dude that told me that you were better looking than me. I was like, yeah, and there's a million people better looking than me. So what if Black Fight Fan TV is better looking than me? I don't give a shit. He's sweetie pie. That's what that dude did, man. I tell you, I promise you that's the same dude that got thrown out there. Hell yeah. That dude out there talk. Come on, man. You got your mind. That don't even really cross the mind of cats that like chicks, dude. Anyway, yeah, so let's go back onto this, man. Attention seeking. Fannon, don't tell Black Fight Fan TV this. What's that? Oh, Lomachenko continues to challenge himself. He's the Matrix. Hell yeah, he's challenging himself. He is. Lomachenko is challenging himself. I like Lomachenko. Lomachenko's a cocky little dude. He's a cocky little dude, too. He's a cocky little dude. He's handling his business. He got in these fights against dudes that are not easy fights. Pedraza, and he did what he did. He needed to win. He did what he needed to do to win. Every fight that dude has had has been a championship fight. Okay? Every one. And I give the dude credit for that. The dude can fight. He's no easy out. I'm not saying that I know Tank Davis can beat him. But once you start saying stuff like, I don't know if Pedraza's knockout against Gervonta Davis was real or not because Pedraza wasn't prepared. If he had prepared for, nah, dude. The shit that Pedraza did with Lomachenko will get Pedraza knocked out by Gervonta Davis. Without a doubt, it'll get him knocked out. Styles make fights, right? And what Lomachenko said was telling. Lomachenko said it's because he didn't, he wasn't focused on his defense. He was very focused on the defense with Lomachenko. He wasn't throwing any punches. Don't get me wrong, he was slapping Lomachenko's eyeballs up now. Headbutts. I didn't see no damn headbutts. I didn't see no headbutts. But headbutts are part of boxing. Regardless, he wasn't throwing any, he really wasn't sitting down on his punches. He fought a fight that was good for Lomachenko, which was don't commit to your punches. Don't give Lomachenko anything really to change. Don't overcommit and then be in the situation where you're out of position. because Lomachenko with his footwork is trying to get you out of position so he can hit you and keep you out of position. And that's what he was doing against Nicholas Walters, what he was doing against he did a better, not as well against Sosa, but he did no, he did against Sosa, he did against Nicholas Walters. He didn't do quite as good with Marriaga. Marriaga started getting it a little bit, but then his size just kind of overcame Marriaga and that money they paid Marriaga to quit. Because Marriaga didn't get hurt at all. And I can't do this anymore. Guillermo Rigondeaux was changing angles with him, and Lomachenko really never did any damage to Guillermo Rigondeaux. If Guillermo Rigondeaux if it wasn't his hand and he did quit, he might have thought, okay, this is going to get worse as time goes on. But he was changing angles with Lomachenko, right? But he wasn't letting his hands go, which was letting Lomachenko throw a lot of punches, right? Pedraza watched that fight clearly. Watched Linares too. Like, all right, don't get out of position ever. But if you do that with Gervonta Davis is going to come in between that shit and hit you with a brick. And oh shit, you're going to have to do something to keep. You're going to have to do something to keep Gervonta Davis off of you. And Pedraza has to do what anybody that fights Gervonta Davis, you got to do something to keep that dude off you. If you don't give him something where he's got to think and he's got to back up and, all right, damn, dude, if you tippy-tapping him, he's going to come right through that shit and blast you. So I just thought that was unfair, Lomachenko saying that, man. I didn't agree with Lomachenko on that, dog. Fannon, what are the plans for Lomo if he decides to go to Al? He ain't going to Al. Lomachenko's plan is to take $2 million a fight for 3-4 more fights and retire, dude. Lomachenko's about done, dog. You can see it in his eyes. He's got that, his eyes got that about to cut real easy look to him. So as fights have gone on, he's always swole up kind of easy. But now he's reddening up and he's cutting up above it. He's got a lot of scar tissue over his eyes. And that's gonna cause him a lot of problem, dog. So I give him maybe 3-4 more fights, and then he's gonna lose because he's probably gonna lose. And if he loses against a subpar guy, it's gonna be on cuts. But I think they're figuring him out, and they're gonna figure that style out. They're gonna figure that whole because what's his name? Usyk uses that style pretty much. Wojcik uses that style. Lomachenko uses that style, and they're really not sitting down on their punches at all, and they're really just trying to get you out of position and land punches. And later on, after you've expended yourself by really throwing real hard punches and getting frustrated and counterpunch when you're out of position, then they try to step their game up, right? Dog, that shit is robotic. Now it's robotic. Now I'm starting to see why. Not robotic in the sense of not fluid, not athletic, but in the sense of it's predictable. And I think what Pedraza did was Pedraza said, and he said it. He was like, I'm prepared for his style. I'm prepared to fight that style. And now that he's shown that, you're going to see other people doing the same. You're going to see other people doing the same thing. If somebody can land that many punches on Vasyl Lomachenko, throw that many punches and touch him that many times, if you get in there with somebody that's a little heavier handed, his eyes are going to open up. And if it's somebody like Gervonta, where now Lomachenko's plan B is to now come in, right, and try to go to the body and press him a little bit when he doesn't expect it, don't be surprised if what happens with Linares don't happen again with Linares catching him, right? Because Linares is a little bit heavier handed than Pedraza is, but he was also committing to his punches more than Pedraza was. And that fight was, up until that knockout with Linares, that was a close fight. These are 2 close fights in a row. And I don't think it is just to do with size. I think it's to do with the fact that you got trainers that keep watching it. I mean, you can have a matrix, like you can have a Rubik's Cube. Like a Rubik's Cube is a real hard problem to solve until you solve it. Then you're like, hold on, Rubik's Cube, the center cube never moves. So wherever you have that center cube, wherever that color is, everything moves around that. So work to get that center cube, around that center cube, or whatever are the other scenarios they use to solve it. All of a sudden, it's like people know what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's, I'm telling you, that is the benefit. That's the not having a lot of fights means not a lot of people know, not a lot of people have seen you. Not a lot of trainers have been ringside, right? There's only been 11 chances to see Lomachenko as a pro, right? 13 times to see him as a pro. So there's no book out on him. Just like Manny Pacquiao, eventually the book got out on Manny Pacquiao. And the book was set by Juan Manuel Marquez, right? Like he's killing everybody. He's just so fast. He's da-da-da. And Juan Manuel Marquez was like, I'm going to hit his ass with this straight right. I'm going to hit his ass with this straight right, and I'm going to wait for him to jump in, and I'm going to counter his ass with some shit. Which is the game plan Floyd tried against Manny. But Manny was like, I can't get hit with that shit. But Floyd was damn sure trying to take his head off with letting him jump in and hit him with that counter right. Anyway, man, I was doing a lot of talking. Not only, but there's a good fighters lurking around in that division. Eventually, you're going to get exposed like that guy on HBO. What's going on, Rasmus Sutton? 2 words, beer thief. What's that? If Loma presses tank, he gets countered and dropped. Yeah, I mean, Lomachenko ain't no easy. He's no easy. He ain't no easy publicist. Oh, God. It's your dumb ass. Let me tell you something, dude. You know what I find funny about dummies like you? I won't say anything about race at all in a video. I will never mention it. And that's the first thing that bozos like you bring up. You're the one that's bringing that up. I never mentioned it. I didn't even think about it. I mentioned Manny Pacquiao as an example of that. Mike Tyson is an example of that. But not that I have to justify that. But you bring it up. Maybe you need to think, dog. Maybe you know what you are. Y'all are like those dudes, like, the guy is always calling somebody, a same-sex aficionado. You always, the same dude, always, everybody, that's all they think about. That's all they say. That's because that's all you think about. Because you see me, you look at my race, and you are trying to find some way to get around the validity of my argument and go right to that subject. You are telling on yourself. You are telling on yourself. I got Carver these words. It was fake. I'm not sure. Oh, let me see something, man. Make sure I didn't miss the super chats, man. Because, oh, by the way, Black Fight fan, man, if Black Fight fan, if you're listening, man, this is for you. Okay? If you got an analytics tab, so you don't ever have to miss the many, many, many super chats you get and deserve, under your analytics tab, if you look at your analytics tab, you can go down to community. Right on the far left, you go to community. And when you go to community, underneath that third one down, it says super chat. You hit super chat. And you don't have to read the super chats from your stream anymore. You can read them you just read them from this super chat tab. And whenever you miss one, you just refresh it. So I'm not going to go through my chat. I'm just going to hit refresh. And I see my man Nino Brown is up there. Lomo get hit just as much as Hurd, but Hurd gets stoppages. Yeah, because he be sitting down on that mud. He does get hit a lot. And that's another thing. You're not going to continue to you're not going to be able to continue to get hit that much. So these haters are coward admirers. The Black says the Black banter. No, they just don't have anybody. This is what I'll say, man. Let me see. When is it? Because everybody has issues, and everybody has issues, with ego, right? Not ego, the boxing channel, but you're just your ego, right? I'm not going to overcomplicate it. You're just a dick who can't go find a channel. You don't want to be happy. Because if you just want to, like most of the people on this chat, we have a good time talking to one another about boxing. Most people on most subjects here agree with each other, but yet we can still come and talk to each other even though we agree with each other about 95% of the things we're talking about, right? I might disagree with Black Fight Fan TV about whether Deontay Wilder won the Fury fight, right? I agree with Black Fight Fan TV about the fact that Lomachenko is a great fighter, right? We can agree about all kind of different things, but yet we can still go to each other's channel. We can support each other's channel. We can talk to each other on each other's channel. That's the thing about the Lions Den boxing community. We can all talk with one another and have a good time agreeing. Because for the most part, people are happy people that like to talk to people who they enjoy being around. You're like somebody who likes to pick at a scab. You want to go in and be disagreeable. You're an unhappy person, and you like to mire in your unhappiness. So you try to come and start conflict with somebody. You want somebody to give you attention, negative attention, right? Now, I don't know what it is if your mama didn't love you and that's the way that she dealt with you. Like, she'd pick up a wrench and smack you upside of the head if you didn't do what she said. And you're like, that's how I show love. I show love by smacking my kids. I show love by yelling at you. That's my love language. That type of shit, right? So you keep coming and coming and coming over here so that somebody will say something bad to you. And because that's what you crave, right? You're generally an unhappy person who doesn't deal with, probably antisocial, right? Because this is how you're socializing, right? In a way that annoys people, right? That's antisocial. Starting conflict, all that type of nonsense. I didn't ask you to come, and I'm more than happy to kick you out. That's what I kind of think with these dudes, man. Hell yeah, Ronald Finkel, I got a wrench on deck, dog. Oh, Snacks B said, how can you donate to the channel? Just hit the money sign underneath the comment section, and then you can do a super chat, or you can go to this Venmo, which is underneath the title on the left, should be on the left-hand side of your screen. Subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, please. Oh, Chris Brown said troll if you ask me. Yeah, but that's kind of what a troll does, dog. I mean, what would make you go to a channel that you don't like? Just think about it. What would make you spend time on a channel that you don't enjoy? I don't like country music. I'm not going to turn on a country music channel and listen to it and be like, ugh, this country music sucks. This shit is terrible. Rap is so much better. But you don't have, why won't you just turn on rap music and listen to it? I can't stand Miley Cyrus. This shit is terrible. Play another Miley Cyrus song. What kind of shit is that? If you want to listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire, listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was going to turn on Alexa, but it's not somebody must have taken my music, my thing. You know what I mean? But you keep coming here. Who you talking about? Fannon didn't see the guy. Oh, it's a general thing that can be applied to pretty much anybody. Ooh, yep. Treon. Ooh, that's a little much, dog. Break him down. Fannon, what's going on, Trill Bay? Clown, if you ask me, looking for attention. Yeah, and he got it. He got his attention. You got your attention. Thanks. I don't mind giving you the attention. What's the beef, Jack? The truth? Yes, sir. Anyway, so yeah, that's what it is, man, with Lomachenko, man. Now, fanboys, if you ask me, yeah, they like me. I know they do. Merciless Moose said, I watched a video on Fight Hype. Crawford talking about Amir Khan this week. I shut my eyes and swear that man sounded like Floyd. Look, man. Oh, you talking about Bud? I don't know. Bud's got to be frustrated, man. Bud's sounding frustrated to me. And I can understand why he's frustrated. I can understand. Dog, they about to get big time paid over there in Showtime, and those fighters are acting like they don't need him. You know what I mean? That's irritating. They're acting like they don't need Terrence Crawford, which I don't believe is right, by the way. I like Terrence Crawford, and I'm a Terrence Crawford fan, despite what some people think. They're acting for Bud, they're acting like they don't need Bud, which is some bullshit. The dude's a WBO champion. If you have a slot and you want to fight, you should want to fight Bud. Bud shouldn't have to be looking for Kell Brook. He shouldn't have to be, he shouldn't be in a situation where the best fight he can get is Amir Khan. You know what I mean? That's not a good situation. That's not going to add to him. That's not going to add or give any more credibility to his name. And his name should be. Dude, Terrence Crawford's a beast, and he should be recognized as a beast. Now, I got my position. I got my opinion with him vis-a-vis or by way of or as it relates to Errol Spence, but that's just one fighter. Errol Spence. You take that off the table, look, it is what it is. Terrence Crawford, for him, he shouldn't even be in the conversation. Amir Khan shouldn't even be in the conversation about fighting Terrence Crawford. Shouldn't even be in the conversation. But that's what Terrence Crawford needs. And that's what he's going to have to do. He's trying to get big names. He's trying to get on that pay-per-view. He's trying to do that shit, and he deserves it. To the extent that his skill mandates you deserving something like that, man, Terrence Crawford is a hell of a fighter, man. And he's a great technician. Dude, honestly, right now, like I said, as soon as Rocky Fielding lands, if Rocky Fielding lands one round against Canelo Alvarez, if he wins one fucking round, I'm moving Terrence Crawford to number one pound for pound. I can't stand this Rocky Fielding fight for Canelo. I think that's some crap. But, and I'm going to hold it against him because I'm a big Canelo Alvarez fan. But come on, man. Rocky Fielding, you over there signed to the Rest Haven for hoes, fighting Rocky Fielding. That's and you're going to claim a title. The WBA regular, the 168-pound WBA regular belt. And then what, you're going to fight Callum Smith next? Not like I think he can beat Callum Smith, but what's wrong with Charlo? What's wrong with Andre? Right? But he's going to hold that belt. Blow Montana said, Bud already won to me. I mean, hey, it's hard for me to argue that he's not. The dude can fight his ass off, dude. Avid boxing fan said, I can understand his frustration of fighters making it a PBC versus Aaron beef. He's like, you supposed to want to fight me regardless. That's fair. That is fair. But it was also predictable. It was also very, very predictable. Bud is very predictable. All right. It was very predictable. Very, very predictable. Matter of fact, it was predicted. You knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. As soon as he re-signed you cannot take away 40 years of Bob Arum. You just can't do it. Or 50 years of Bob Arum, man. Bob Arum's reputation preceded your birth. Okay? Bob Arum had a bad reputation before you were an itch in your daddy's nutsack. That's what it is. And it's what it is. It's like somebody saying, hey, dude, you Don King, dog. It's Don King. I don't want to, if I have to sign a contract with Don King to fight you, I don't know if I want to fight you, especially if I got these other things. Now, are they supposed to want to fight him? Yes. But I remember distinctly, Sean Porter. Oh, God dang it. I can't say I remember distinctly because I don't remember if it was Sean Porter or if it was Andre Berto that told Terrence Crawford after it has to be, honestly, man, it's got to be Andre Berto, dog. It had to be Andre Berto. After the first Kovalev Ward fight, he said, it's not that people don't want to fight you, Terrence. It's they don't want to deal with the bullshit from Bob Arum. Bob Arum's reputation is trash. ESPN paid you well, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Because you're not surprised. But they are supposed to want to fight you. That I agree with 100%. You right, Fannon. Arrow, I knew you was going to say that, my guy. I mean, hey, other than Arrow, because, dog, come on, man. Arrow is on his way to being the cash dude at welterweight. There, because he has an organization that's is looking to build him up that way. They're looking to do it, dog. They want another super welterweight that everybody can get behind. They're trying to build him up, which is something that people miss. Like, even with, like, you look at Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, that's why I put it in this video, man. That's why I said it. I was like, Joshua must step up or get passed up. They are now building other fighters. A lot of the reason why Anthony Joshua gets 80,000 people in those stands and he gets a lot of people buying pay-per-view is because Matchroom Boxing and Sky Sport invested a lot of time and a lot of money to get his name out there. He didn't walk out the womb popular. They promoted him. Now Deontay Wilder's in a situation where they are actively promoting him. And they're doing something that I find very interesting. They're not just promoting him, they are turning this narrative about Tyson Fury that Paulie Malignaggi set up with your dumbass Paulie Malignaggi and Steve Harwood. They're turning that shit on their head by putting them on Joe Rogan and saying Joe Rogan saying that he thought Deontay Wilder won the fight, or that Joe Rogan saying that he didn't. You know, Joe Rogan is one of these dudes that has massive ability to sell you to a crossover argument, crossover audience. They are pushing this dude on late night TV. They're pushing this dude's conversation. They are beginning to push Deontay Wilder out there. That's what they're doing for That's what they're doing for Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia. They're putting them on after NFL football games. These dudes are getting interviewed. They're out there at Dallas Stadium at halftime talking about them during NFL football games. They're going to start developing them. ESPN is not doing that for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is not going to be. They're not putting him on night shows. They're giving 3D-dimensional shit for Lomachenko and putting Lomachenko on. And they're not even really doing that for Lomachenko either. It is what it is, though, man. These idiots are getting removed from the channel. Oh, dog, they're getting slapped up. Oh, man, let me see if I missed the super chat by going to my super chat tab. And subscribe. Find a damn LDBC channel and subscribe. Find a LDBC channel and tip your hat to them cats with a little subscribe and a bell icon, dog. Hey, man, Snacksby, man, much love in the super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man. That is super, super appreciated, man. Oh, yeah, hold on. That's my super chat gong, dog. And I haven't been able to gong for people getting thrown out, dog, because I haven't really been looking at the chat as much as I need to. But find somebody. Best Fight the Best Boxing is a great channel, man. Great channel, man. He does his live streams in the afternoon. Also does videos in his car, so you can check it out anytime. That's what's up. Salute for 9 the wrenches. Woo 36 daddy. Who got kicked out again? Why y'all get kicked out, dog? Why you try? We don't love you hoes. We don't love you hoes, dog. There's no love for you. Nobody cares what you think over here, man. AJ hater? I'm not an AJ hater. I'm an ex-AJ fan because AJ acted like a bitch. AJ acted like a bitch. And that's what happens when you behave like that. When you let me walk through this for you. When you say Deontay Wilder cannot get in my ring unless I say so, and if he keeps yapping his lips, maybe we'll freeze him out. Anthony Joshua said that well before turning down $50 million. He said, maybe we'll freeze him out. That is arrogance. That is complete and utter disrespect to the many fighters who have been frozen out. It was an insult to all of the guys that overcame being frozen out so that somebody like Anthony Joshua can get underwear commercials. It's not what a champion says. A champion takes on all comers. A champion does not say, I will freeze you out if you say something I don't like, and I won't give you the opportunity to fight me. You don't do that. That's what Anthony Joshua did. And when he did that, I was done with him. Because there's never been, I don't know of a boxer that has ever said anything like that. I've said it. Maybe we'll just freeze him out. Maybe we'll freeze out. Maybe we'll just make a situation where he's unable to earn a living, where he's unable to get a championship fight. Maybe we'll do something. It's my decision whether or not he gets a chance to prove he's the best fighter in the world. That's why I don't like Anthony Joshua. And it's not even the passing up the $50 million. It's not the, it's not the all that other crap. It's not Eddie Hearn. It's because of something Anthony Joshua said. And he said it. He said it. Nobody made him say it. Eddie Hearn didn't say it, even though Eddie Hearn probably did say freeze him out. But let's see how freezing Deontay Wilder went after he said that. He freezed him out. The dude just fought on pay-per-view in the United States in the biggest heavyweight fight of the year, one of the biggest heavyweight fights in probably the biggest heavyweight fight in the last 15 years in the United States. His name is grown. The money being offered by Eddie Hearn is tripled, even though he's still acting like he needs to come to the UK. If he fights a rematch against Tyson Fury and it does 500,000 pay-per-views, Anthony Joshua can get frozen out. Because guess who's the king of the money pit? Okay? Guess who's the king of the money pit? The heavyweight king of the money pit is Deontay Wilder. The money pit. The $75 a purchase pay-per-view, an average Vegas $1,000 a ticket place. It's Deontay Wilder. And if Deontay Wilder chooses not to fight Anthony Joshua in America, there's nobody else for Anthony Joshua to fight in America. But Anthony Joshua was a moron by passing up $50 million to fight in the U.S. Why? Because I'm going to freeze him out. Nobody will know. No, who knows Deontay Wilder? All that shit. That's why I don't like Anthony Joshua. Because Anthony Joshua behaved like a bitch. How else do you describe somebody that says a black man, right? And here I'll talk about race for a second. A black man threatening to freeze out and prevent another black man from making a living in boxing when he knows that there was entire decades where that happened to champions. If he does know it. If he doesn't know it, okay, he doesn't know it. He's an ignorant jackass instead of a knowledgeable jackass. That's why you don't know who Charlie Burley is. That's why every time we talk about Black Murderers Row, we got to go to you probably don't even know who that is. Who are those guys? Why did there have to be a Black Murderers Row? Because they were getting frozen out. That's why. Why didn't Archie Moore win a championship? Why didn't he win a championship till he was damn near 38, damn near 40 years old? Because he was frozen out. We'll never know how great a lot of these guys were and whether or not these records were real or not, because they weren't allowed to fight. Do you know how many fighters had to fight up in weight classes? Chris Bird might be the greatest cruiserweight in the history of he might be the greatest light heavyweight ever. Chris Bird. But you know why you'll never know? Because the managers froze him out. they were not going to sign him or allow him to fight at 175 pounds. They were only fighting heavyweights. So he had to move up and fight at heavyweight and handle his business for years against the gigantic dudes. When this dude could have been fighting at 175 pounds. We'll never know how good Kasim Uma was. Kasim Uma, who is one of the guys that Gennady Golovkin beat at 160 pounds, who was tearing dudes up at 154 pounds for a while, was small enough to fight at 147 pounds. But nobody was going to be like, oh, let's take Kasim Uma and shrink and have him start. We're going to get you a nutritionist, and we're going to give you a lot of fights at 147 pounds. And then we're going to wait for you to gradually move up to 160 pounds. No, it's like, look, little dude, you have to fight at 154 if you want to get on this card. Sorry, you're going to have to earn your meal. You're going to have to go in here immediately fight big guys. None of this, oh, let's start him off at 100. We know he was in the amateurs at 132, but let's peel him back to 126, and we're going to give him, 5 or 6 easy fights so we can build up his name, 10, 15 easy fights to build up his name. Then we're going to give him a shot at the WBO 126-pound belt against a guy that used to fight at 118 that isn't anywhere near big enough to beat him so he can get that belt. And then we're going to move him up to 130 pounds, and we're going to give him the WBO belt, and we're going to have him fight against a guy whose last 3 out of 5 fights he got knocked out. And he started at 118 pounds so he can get that belt. And now he's already got 2 belts. And now we're going to sell him at 135 pounds. But we're going to have him fight against another guy that's been knocked out 2 times in his career. And then another guy that had been knocked out 4 times before that. But, and then maybe when he gets to like 35 fights or something like that, we'll put him in against a guy that, the other guy that got built like that. That's how the game works, man. And all you got to do is pay attention to how these guys that they're selling who don't get frozen out. The opposite of frozen out is get hyped. So you got Anthony Joshua who got hyped. Not saying that he's not a good fighter, but got hyped, right? Olympic gold medalist, right? Gets a shot at the WBA title ahead of Luis Ortiz, who was ranked ahead of Vladimir Klitschko, right? Immediately gets another unification shot against another guy that won a vacant belt who probably was coming off a loss against Joseph Parker. And he's king of the fucking world for beating Charles Martin and Joseph Parker and a vacant belt. But the 8-time, the 7-time defending WBC champion, he's just going to freeze him out. That's why I got no time for him, dog. No time for him. No time for him. Because I watch enough boxing to know how shit goes. Oh, best fight the best boxing, which is BFTB Boxing. Please subscribe to BFTB Boxing. Says, I don't hate AJ. He just acts like a hoe, so I treat him like one. And in the immortal words of Snoop Dogg, we don't love them hoes. No, we don't love them hoes. We don't love them. What you want me to say? And here's the worst part of it for me. He has the ability, the potential to beat Tyson Fury. He has the potential to beat Deontay Wilder. The potential. I'm not saying that I know that he will. I'm not saying that I know that he won't. But I know that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is a legitimate fight. I knew that Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was a legitimate fight. I know Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua was a legitimate fight. I know Anthony Joshua, Luis Ortiz is a legitimate fight. I know Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury is a legitimate fight. Those 4 guys fighting each other, those are all legitimate fights. Those are all fights that I would not be surprised if they turned out differently than I think that they would turn out. There's some parity there between those guys. There's not parity between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin. And I never thought there was, and neither did you. Or neither did Eddie Hearn. That's why he took the fight. There's not parity between Anthony Joshua and Charles Martin. They're not on that level. Alexander Povetkin might have been on that level at a time, but I don't even think he ever was. People are like, oh, Alexander Povetkin has accomplished more than Luis Ortiz. Why? Because he was duckless? Who the hell did he beat? He beat Ruslan Shagayev. He beat Ruslan Shagayev. That's the signature win on Alexander Povetkin's career. Ruslan Shagayev. Who the fuck is Ruslan Shagayev? And a loss. And he went the distance against Anthony and Vladimir Klitschko in a one-sided fight. One-sided fight. But hey, man, you know, if that was legitimate, let it be a mandatory and let it happen after you. This dude, Anthony Joshua, was one fight from unification. One fight from undisputed. All he had to do is give Deontay Wilder 40%. That's all he had to do. Give him the same damn split. Give him a slightly better split than he gave Joseph Parker. And he wouldn't do it. And this is where he finds himself now. See, this is a beautiful thing. Deontay Wilder's better off because of it. Deontay Wilder's better off because of it. And I wasn't a Deontay Wilder fan, by the way. I was an Anthony Joshua fan. I liked him because I believed the bullshit coming out of his mouth. And I thought there's no way this young man is not going to fight Deontay Wilder. There's no way he's not going to do it. This dude's, hey, man, he says he wants to be the best. Hey, he's a nice guy. I'm rooting for him. This fight's going to happen. Didn't happen because they didn't want it to happen. 5 days after that fight happened, what did they want to do? What did they want to do? They wanted to tag team. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn wanted to run an Anthony Joshua, Dillian White tag team. My plan for Dillian White is for Dillian White to fight for the WBC belt, and then for Dillian White to win the WBC belt in the UK, by the way. Bring Deontay Wilder to the UK to defend his title against Dillian White so that Dillian White then could fight for unification in a rematch against Anthony Joshua. That was their plan. That was Eddie Hearn's plan. And then from there, have Anthony Joshua then go to America and fight guys like Jarrell Miller, guys like, whoever he wanted to fight for their 10-year plan for Anthony Joshua. That's what it was about, dog. That's why I don't rock with him, man. And if you rock with him, dog, you just whatever, dude. You rock with him if you want, dog. I'm not doing it, homie. Yes, sir. Please subscribe to Best Fight, the Best Boxing, man. That dude he does great work, man. I was really behind, dog. Let me go back, man. Yeah, absolutely he was, dog. What's going on, Juicy? Juicy. I love that name, dog. Yeah, who turns down $50 million? A guy that thinks he can earn more by not doing it. Dude who wants to milk the cow. The guy I have a long-range plan here. I have, because he didn't think that anybody else, first of all, they thought Tyson Fury was done. They thought Tyson Fury was never going to come back. Tyson Fury was never going to introduce himself. It was never going to be a threat again, right? So he could piggyback on what Tyson Fury did by getting those belts, right? Beat Vladimir Klitschko, which he did, by the hair of his chinny chin, which was a risk, right? A big money risk that they won, right? But that was it. That was the last of those risks that he was going to take for a while. Kane D-Bag guy, 40% should be nothing. What's going on, X-Zebo? I got to go back, man. I keep switching off, and sometimes I can't see the chat. Oh, the voice, y'all, get the fuck out. They wasn't trying to freeze out. Deontay Wilder did not try to freeze out Dillian White, dude. How the hell is Dillian White frozen out? What he said was, and see, this is you liars. Okay, don't lie. That ain't a double standard. Deontay Wilder gave Luis Ortiz an opportunity to fight him as a voluntary. What he said was beat Luis Ortiz. If you beat Luis Ortiz, then I will fight you with a voluntary in my next fight. Do that. You don't have to try to become my mandatory, because I don't have to face my mandatory. Deontay Wilder had just fought a mandatory. He just fought Bermane Stiverne. He just did his mandatory. So why is Dillian White? Dillian White ain't a mandatory. Wasn't his mandatory. They never ordered it. But what he said was, I'll give you a chance. Fight Luis Ortiz. If you can beat Luis Ortiz, then I will fight you. And then the WBC ordered a fight between Dillian White and Luis Ortiz. And Dillian White said, no, thank you. Tucked his tail and ran over there and ran his ass over there to Pulev, lost a purse bid, ran from over there to Joseph Parker. Dillian White could have had that fight. That's not ducking. He wasn't his mandatory. He didn't freeze him out. And on top of it, there was plenty of other people for Dillian White to fight. He didn't freeze him out. Dillian White was crying about not being the mandatory. He wasn't even going to be his mandatory. Dominic Breazeale is his mandatory. But Eddie Hearn was going to buy his way into the top #1 position with the WBC, and it failed. Malcolm Tan, Helenius, and Lucas Brown. Malcolm Tan hadn't fought in a decade and was garbage before that, right? Then he fought Helenius and Lucas Brown. And that makes him that's the road you're going to take to a mandatory title shot against the WBC champion. Dude, not everybody's going to fall for Eddie Hearn trying to manipulate them. And the WBC, no, they're not going to do it. They didn't go for it, but they gave him an option. And he didn't take it. That's not hypocrisy. Get out of here. And Dillian White to boot, Dillian White is not the champion. Dillian White didn't hold a belt. That would be like Deontay Wilder saying he's not going to fight Joseph Parker when Joseph Parker had the belt, right? If that would have been him, this dude didn't have a belt. Is Deontay Wilder freezing out? There's a better argument than Deontay Wilder's freezing out Dominic Breazeale than there is him freezing out Dillian White. What he said was like, no, dude, Eddie Hearn, I want to fight Anthony Joshua. I'm not fighting your minions. I said I want to fight Anthony Joshua to unify these belts. That's what I want to do. Eddie Hearn said, well, why don't you not do that? Eddie Hearn's response was, how about not? How about we have you come over here, bring your belt to the UK, and risk it against Dillian White? Will you put in a contract that I get to fight Anthony Joshua? I don't know if that's possible, by the way. But hey, man, people can arrange things. And he said, no, I'm not going to put that in. No, I'm not going to guarantee you that your next fight is with Anthony Joshua. If you fight Dillian White, no. If you beat Dillian White, then hey, man, Dillian White. Do I get a rematch with Dillian White? No, you don't get no rematch. No rematch clause with Dillian White. The fuck out of here, dude. But y'all know. That's the funny thing. You know this is the truth. Kell Brook has more heart than Dillian White and AJ combines, and his face is broke. Yeah, he definitely has more. I mean, look, I'll tell you what, man. I think in the ring, I think Anthony Joshua's got heart. Outside, but I don't know if he has it anymore. I don't know. I don't think he's a hungry fighter anymore. He doesn't act hungry. Like there was a time Tyson Fury wasn't hungry, right? That's why he got super fat, lost there because he wasn't hungry. Seems like now he's hungry. But the next time you fight Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, dog, you gotta try to knock the dude out, man. All right, you're not going to be this shit. Standing 15 feet away with your hands behind your back, doing this, sticking your tongue out. Dog, I think those moves earned him rounds from Paulie Malignaggi. Dog, sticking your hands behind your backs and doing like this is not a boxing lesson. By the way, Hearn used White as a human shield for AJ. Is just Hearn's pet. White is just Hearn's pet. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's a way to try to sign. He wanted to sign Deontay Wilder. And Eddie Hearn is just putting Eddie Hearn and Matchroom's interests above boxing fans' interests. Right? And he convinced Anthony Joshua to go along with it. That's how I see it. He took Anthony Joshua off of US TV. What sense does that make? Why would you take Anthony Joshua off of US TV if you're trying to build Anthony Joshua into a superstar? You're not. Eddie Hearn's number one priority, from what I can see based on what he did, not what he said, was that he wanted to make Matchroom Boxing intercontinental. What is that? What was that? Transatlantic. That's the phrase he used. The transatlantic deal. He wanted to have Matchroom Boxing come in and take over U.S. boxing because he saw a gap in the market. He saw a hole, an open hole, and he tried to run through it like a running back. He tried to grab the football and run through the hole, but his shit said, "No, dog, that hole ain't open." Advisory contracts, dog. I read that advisory contract for Al Heyman. Shout out to the cats that sent it to me too, by the way. But I read one. I read and it's available to everybody. I just don't know where they pulled it. But I read the standard boilerplate Al Heyman advisory contract. Obviously, Eddie Hearn didn't read that if he thought that those guys can just do whatever they want. They can't. They can't. That's a solid agreement that says that Al Heyman gets to advise you. And if Al Heyman is really hardcore against what you're doing, he can stand in the way of you doing it. He can stand in the way of you doing it. Not saying that he has stood in the way of doing it, but it's just not those agreements are not just a handshake and a smile. And I believe I have good reason to believe, or I suspect rather, that has a lot to do with why Eddie Hearn ain't signing those dudes. And like Gervonta Davis with Floyd Mayweather, if Gervonta Davis has the same agreement that I read, and I don't know if he does or if he doesn't, dude, Al Heyman could keep him from signing with Matchroom. People ain't stupid, dog. Okay, people ain't stupid. Eddie Hearn is not going to pull an Al Heyman on an Al Heyman. Okay, Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer. I suspect Richard Schaefer were the ones that signed all those fighters at PBC. In Golden Boy to managerial contracts and not exclusive promotional deals. And then when Golden Boy acted a fool, PBC, Al Heyman walked off with all his fighters who were under contract to him and not Golden Boy. But yet you think you're going to be able to flash money and pull the same move on Eddie Hearn, on the guy that just did that move? Why would you think that Al Heyman is going to be able to, that you're going to be able to pull Al Heyman's own move on Al Heyman? It's beyond me. Especially when the boilerplate is on the fucking internet, which says it in there, dude. It says it in the contract. Okay. D-Lo says, Fannon, you are right. Al has to have fighters locked in and available to offer the networks. They're locked into advisory contracts, from what I can see. Like I said, I read a boilerplate. And anytime you get a boilerplate agreement, you can always take shit out. You can always be like, nah. Like Manny Pacquiao has an advisory agreement with him, I'm sure, right? He's advised by Al Heyman. But if he's got Manny Pacquiao might have had a lawyer or somebody to negotiate with him, says, no, here's the thing. How about if I want to sign with somebody other than you, right? If I want to sign with somebody that you don't agree with, right? Number one, you won't withheld, your objection to that, or or your approval for that contract will not be unreasonably withheld. And if we do come to a disagreement, there's a way that I can buy myself out of this, right? That I agree to give you 5% of the purse of any fight, right? I'll give you, whatever percentage, 2% of any contract that I agree to that you don't agree to, something like that, right? Or some type of way you can terminate the agreement by doing something. There's always some way you can get around a boilerplate agreement if that side is willing to give into that, if they want you that bad. You know what I mean? Most fighters, Al Haymon's not going to want that bad to give into that. They're like, nah, try your luck with somebody else. Just try your luck with somebody else. But if Errol Spence, right, if that contract expired and now he wants to renew with Errol, and Errol's like, I want to do this a little different this time, right? Then he might say, yeah, well, shit, for Errol, I might make that, I'll concede that point. But, it is what it is. Let me make sure I didn't miss this anything here. But the whole point of me saying that, though, really was more about, like, if you think that, Eddie Hearn was, come on, man, you're not just, and even when Bob Arum, who is not stupid by any stretch of imagination, he said that Al Haymon cannot prevent him from talking to fighters. That might be true, right? You can talk. That don't mean they can sign, but you can talk without you being able to be sued for interference, right? But that doesn't mean they have the ability to sign, right? So, man, my face is itchy. I'm sorry, man. I got to let my face heal from all this dang shaving I was doing. Oh, Al Haymon making a move in the UK? Yeah, now see, the thing with that is going to be interesting. If I would say he needs to start signing young and up-and-coming fighters. If he works with local promoters, if the fights are going to be in the UK, empower local promoters, work with local promoters, and give them give them the resources that they need in order to succeed, right? So then you've got people who are from, and I'm not from the UK, I'm just going to mention names I've heard, who are from Sheffield, or who are from, Watford, or wherever else, whatever the different neighborhoods or the different areas are in the UK, from Northern Ireland, things like that. If he's working with local promoters and he has agreements in place with local promoters, then he's going to be able to find the best talent. He's going to know he's going to have a lot better feel for the local environment. The local promoters are going to have revenue to support their shows. It's going to strengthen them, the local promoters, and it's going to strengthen the PBC's ability to put on quality shows in the UK. It's like automatic boots on the ground, right? So more like, like buying into, using this contract as a way to buy into local promotional companies that are trying to get their feet off the ground, right? Which is something that, if Eddie Hearn had any sense, he would have done from beginning. Because once his shit started falling, he wasn't able to sign people. He started doing co-promotional deals, right? Co-promotional, right? Co-promoting with Jarrell Miller. Co-promoting the Billy Joe Saunders card, which fell apart co-promoting was a Tevin Farmer he co-promoted with DeBella. Lou DeBella can't stand that dude. But Lou DeBella's like, I'll take some money. You giving me something so I can get some of this money? All right, sure. I'll help you get this. Yeah, and I'll work with the people in New York. Because let me tell you, dude, ain't like people won't cut you out. Like local promoters are like, hold on, you're not just competing with Al Haymon, you competing with me. When he went after Al Haymon, he went after the smaller promoters that work with him, right? Because Al Haymon's not doing the promotion, right? The site promotions. Lou DeBella's doing the site promotion. Richard Schaefer's doing the site promotion. It might be All Star Boxing or whoever else is doing it, right? Main Events doesn't rock with the PBC. I don't know why, but they don't, so they're not hurting them. But even that is hurting, is messing with you messing with Kathy Duva. And these guys got relationships, long-standing relationships with the athletic commissions, right? They got long-standing relationships with the venues. That's the whole reason that the mob was able to take over boxing and control boxing, is because they had so much influence over the venues. So you're just gonna come in here and think you're just gonna get over on cats that got those type of relationships? That's gonna be tough. So if Al Heyman wants to be successful in the UK, I have a hard time believing that scenario doesn't ring true in the UK as well. Local promoters with local relationships with the venues, who's got relationships with the fighters, who've got relationships with the gyms, right? Where the fighters, right? The matchmakers and all that. Use your money as a way to boost the already established infrastructure versus trying to come in there like you're going to take over and replace the infrastructure. That's like that saying like that they tell politicians: talk change, talk big change, come in and move slow. But Eddie Hearn wanted to come talk big and move fast. Opening his offices in New York, Matchroom USA, paying media, buying media off, whatever, dog. Anyway, that's just how I see it, man. 76 Sport Talk says, I think some of the fighters at PBC can be picked off. Some of them, but most likely it's going to be the ones that he don't want to keep anyway. Right? Yeah, you can get some of them. Can you get the ones that people care about? You got Adrian Bronner laughing at you. There's a reason. There's a reason why Adrian Bronner laughed at that proposition. There's a reason Mikey Garcia said, man, please, I'll talk to him, but that's the reason Deontay Wilder was like, Errol Spence was like, don't even send me. I'm going to save you some time. Don't send me a contract. I'm not interested. There's a reason why the Charlos were like, Lions Down Promotions. Oh, there's a reason, man. Has he picked off any of them? Daniel Jacobs? Daniel Jacobs is the only significant PBC fighter, and he was already on HBO, I do believe. But it is what it is, Has he signed? Yeah, has he signed with the Zone yet? I would suspect that he would. The Boy versus Chisora or White. I mean, right now I would take White and Chisora over him. I think he's got to get his time. He's got to get his time. BBG said, name one top U.S. fighter Eddie Hearn signed to his company. None. There's none. And all Gervonta Davis was like, damn, I can't even see the offer. You're not even going to let me see the offer? So that I can tell you to beat it? Beat the offer, dude. But it is what it is, man. Because they're all part of the multi-network deals. Yeah, what's going on at KQKC Boxing, man? Subscribe to KQKC Boxing. In the building, like my man K Black says. K Black in the building. Please subscribe to KQKC Boxing. And please subscribe to Best Fight, the Best Boxing. Great channels. Oh, Snack Beef for now. What do you be having in your cups, bro? Coffee. That's black coffee. Just so I'll prove it to you. That is black coffee. I take mine to the head. Just so y'all don't think I'm in here sipping on something. I ain't sipping on nothing, dog. It's morning time, dog. DL is good, people. He's staying on the square. I salute that. What is? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, Dubois and Agagba. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to the rise of the next level of heavyweights, man. The next flock of heavyweights. Hey, by the way, thanks, KQKC. Oh yeah. He's asked me. Much love in the super chat, by the way, man. Again, I thought that was Yak. Hell no, that ain't no Yak. You kidding me? Man, I gotta work. Dog, I gotta work, man. This is my office, man. I gotta work, dog. I go right here, just so you know. See, this just for you bozos, because I had some bozo on the channel, dog. He was like, "You're a quasi attorney." Like quasi. Fuck, either you are or you not, dog. Well, you don't work enough hours to be one. See that right there, dog? That's work. It sits right the fuck here, dude. It sits right there, dog. I don't have to get up and go nowhere. This keeps me from eating. I'm trying to lose weight, homie. This keeps me from eating. I'm talking, which means I ain't eating. You got to make your life work for you. You know what I mean? You got to make your life work for you. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make my day as constructive as I possibly can, have a full-time job, have a boxing channel, be able to mix them together, be able to have really good conversations and not do things destructive with my time. Like if I'm not talking to you, if I'm not making boxing videos, I might, be like, you know what? I got a half an hour. Let me go do some real dumb shit. Let me go buy some. Let me go, man. I really wish I had, I really wish. I know it's been 6 years since I twisted one up. Damn, man. I should go find something, go twist a little something up. That's what I was doing before I had actually, I was working. I needed something to completely and utterly take my time. Like I don't need any loose time just hanging out there in between reading agreements or in between doing stuff. I don't need any loose time in my life. I need, if I'm not doing something constructive, I need to be taking a nap, right? If I can't find something to do, like something I really need to get done, I'll take a nap real quick. Be like, all right, man, let me take a little quick, hit a little 30-minute nap, get up, and then do my next thing. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, man. Let me find out Wilder out here rolling dubs up. Dog, I used to be killing him, dog. I used to kill him, dog. Just so you know, dog. All right? This used to be me. That was me. I could do them quick too, dog. I could do them quick. But not no more, dog. I used to, dog. I used to, dog. I say, still got them skills. Yeah, dog. I still could do it, dog. Don't lunch, dog. I could break it down quick. I got it down to science where my thumbs got so damn strong, I didn't even have to break the stems out. I would just turn them shits to dust, like, and be gone with it, dog. But never more, never more. You could have lived in New Orleans. We eat to live. Food is just that food. Oh, yeah, dog. I lived in New Orleans. Loved it. Yeah, but, dog, that's what I'm saying, dog. Got to be constructive with your time. Hey, man, that's my dude, Gregory Wyatt, in the super chat, man. Let me see. Let me go to my super chat tab. Yes, sir. Fannon, some guys don't understand the concepts of not reporting to a building or punching a clock. Hell no, they don't. No, sir. I got my own business, fella. I got my own business, which means I'm on my own clock. And I work for a guy that got his own business and appreciates the skills that I bring. Because the skills that I bring would cost him twice as much if he had to charge somebody else that wasn't allowed to sit in his house and do his job. And I'm damn good at it, so I can go through shit real fast. But it is what it is, man. They don't understand it, dog. I need one more source of income, though. That's my thing. I need one more source of income, dog. Because I want to do some bigger things, man, with these youth in Austin. Right now, I'm, just giving here, giving there, man. I really want to do something though, man. So we'll be cranking that up in the January time frame. Dizan, what's Ann Trust? What you talking about? Damn about. Oh, the rolling skills, dog. I got crazy rolling skills. You kidding me? Beautiful, dog. My shit was beautiful. Crazy, dog. I roll everything except seeds, dog. I would pop them motherfuckers. See, here's my thing. When I was on them, it ain't have no seeds. What seeds? Man, that shit, I was a snob, dog. I'd be like, this shit got seeds. Tut tut. Dog, I was terrible with it, dog. I was terrible with it, dude. I was terrible with it. But that's what got me in trouble because I did not know that loud nonsense. Once loud came in, I was like, whoa, no, 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 no. This is something other than natural. Something other than natural. Bottom of Cali said, like a pro. Hell yeah, nigga. Like I was a pro. You kidding me? She was quick, dog. Right here, like if you didn't have a knife, take this little pin, boop, 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 crack, 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 crack. If you didn't have a knife, you will take this little pencil, boop, 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 crack it across the top, 2 draw. Lick it up. Shit. Kidding me? I told you I fucks with Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, baby. And Sugar Fantastic. They said, oh, Merciless Moose said they make it strong for no reason. God, dog, it's too much, dog. Duke said, Fannon, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, dog. Thanks, man. I appreciate you for coming to the channel. I'm telling you, man, I am not somebody that has not lived, who has not lived. Okay? I have lived. I've made plenty of mistakes, dog. Plenty of mistakes, dude. Plenty of mistakes. Too many mistakes. But obviously not too many mistakes because I recovered from them. You know what I mean? I recovered from them. I'm in a good situation, dog. And now my goal is I want to be physically fit. So that's my third thing. It's like I got my job I do, right? I do my videos, I do my live streams, I do my workouts, I take care of my kids. That's my thing. That's my circle, dog. And I go from about 6 o'clock in the morning. I go from 6 o'clock in the morning to about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, dude. And I just go. And when that time comes, I flip it off, go to sleep, get up and do the next thing, do the same thing the next morning, 7 days a week, dog. Idle hands, what is it? Idle minds are the devil's playground, dog. You say, give me that old school skunk. Yeah, hey, dog. Maybe I told my wife, I was like, when I turn 60, I might fuck around when I turn 60. I might when I'm 60. But see, that's because I got a good ways before I get there. So I'm like, all right, by that time comes around, I might not even be interested, you know? But it is what it is, man. Fannon, were you an aficionado? Yes. Dog, absolutely. I was super snobby, dude. Super snobby about it. Oh, yes, but 6 weeks you'll see results from your workouts. Yeah, I'm already seeing them, dog. Dog, I'm 3 months. I'm already seeing them, dude. But see, the thing is, these workouts I'm doing, I tried this new path. Because I've lost weight before. I've lost a lot of weight before. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to lose weight, right? I'm going to make sure I'm not going to eat carbs. I'm going to make sure my vegetables are fresh. I'm going to make sure I'm really in a carb deficiency and all that stuff, right? And so I got all the way down to the weight that I want to get down to now, right? And I got down to that shit like a month and a half, right? I felt like if you did this, I'd just blow over. So I'm like, this time, like, I'm not doing it that way. I'm going to really, really earn it. I'm lifting weights. I'm eating. I got an eating window, right? Where it's like, I'm not going to eat till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm not going to eat after 9 o'clock in the evening, right? And then that's really, I'm a lot less hungry, but I'm just going to stick to that eating window. If my wife throws a cookie at me, I'm going to eat the fucking cookie. Okay. If my wife happens to make some mashed potatoes, I'm gonna eat the mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna make sure I don't eat too much, right? But I'm trying to build muscle and get stronger, right? Because I want to be able to do pull-ups. I want to be able to do pull-ups and dips. That's my goal. And I cannot do a damn pull-up if I'm as big as I am. Or I got to get a hell of a lot stronger to do it. One or the other, or both. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I'm trying to do it that way. I'm trying to earn it. I'm not going to try to do like a diet and just like deprive myself of carbs. And then as soon as I'm sick of that diet, I'll wake up and I'm way back up in weight. I just want to be strong, dude. I want to be strong. One of you little dudes try to push me, dog. I want you to feel this old man ain't somebody to play with. You know what I'm saying? That's my thought on it anyway, man. You say, yeah, St. Cruz, stop when full. Yeah. Stop a little bit before full. Yeah, if I'm stop a little bit before full, dog. I'm not trying to do that, man. Because I'm getting older, man, so I got to do it. You doing internet? Oh, so you doing intermittent fasting, that really works? Yeah, I try to stay away from that word intermittent fasting, though. Zeus! Shut up! Man, my dog. Sorry. Shut up. Yeah, so did it stop? Okay, let me see. I lost. Pito Freshkabar said, I lost my weight with the no-carb diet, strict cardio workout, push, dips and pulls, meats and veggie all day, got me strong as an ox. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to get to, I'm admit. Oh, what can I do? It's an Antonelli Shepherd. An Antonelli Shepherd. It's like a Shepherd Mastiff, and it's mixed with a Belgian Shepherd. So it's a little smaller than the typical Antonelli Shepherd is, but it's big as shit. Make sure it's not no UK fans come to see you. Hell yeah. Fannon, drink 2 cups of water before a meal. You won't eat as much. Yeah, try to do that as well. Absolutely. Yeah, he is big, man. Dude is real big. He's I think he's 7 months old now, maybe going on 8 months old. He's about 110 pounds. He's about 110 pounds. He should get up to about 100 and he's probably going to get up to around 130 pounds. He's a nice sized dog, man. I don't know what that Indian sing Indian song is, man. Rapid file roll, show them how it's done. Oh, yeah, dog. You saw that? Yep, that's how I used to do it, dog. Said dips will change your life. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where I can do assisted dips right now. But like I said, man, I've never really strength trained. Even when I ran track, man, my lower body is strong. My lower body is as far as strength goes, my lower body is strong. My upper body is not, it's bigger than it is strong. And so I got to improve my strength there. And it's hard to do in the gym because, you see all these guys lifting a lot heavier weight. So I always felt embarrassed about it. But I got a home gym now, dog, so I can do my 30 reps of 100 pounds and not care. I'm like, I'm gonna get these 250-pound dumbbells, see if I can get to 30. Have my shit just swole, jump down, do some push-ups. Mike Blake said, how many fights can Wilder fight before he's ordered in the mandatory? Dude, whatever the WBC allows him to do, dog. The WBC can do whatever they think is in the best interest of boxing. But it's supposed to be once a year. And he did one in 2007. He did one in 2017 against Bermain Stavern. That was the November Bermain Stavern fight. And then what was it, in April or some shit that he had? So it was the fight before last was his mandatory. I would think that the fight after next is probably going to be a mandatory. That's how they would do it. Make sure you stay on the dips. They work fast, Fannon. Yeah, dog. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to do them. I shy away from dips. I have an assisted dip. Like I got a dip bar, and then I got the chair. I got to step my feet on the chair to really get them. But it hurts my shoulder right here, man. Like, and I don't know what that fuck that shit is, man. It's like, and after I do benches and I do push-ups and all that, when I go to sleep, man, it's like this right here is so not painful, but it's like numbing. And anyway, it is what it is, man. So I'll do that, man. Don't be embarrassed for now. We all have to start somewhere. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm getting over it a little bit. Getting over it a little bit, but still, man. AJ needs to take his contracts with Eddie to a lawyer. Oh, he did. Eddie's lawyer. He did. Push-ups is the key. Yeah, now I've been doing a lot of push-ups. Do a lot of those. Do a lot of them. And my thing is, man, I'll do decline push-ups. I'll do the regular push-ups, and then till I max on them, and then I'll do that shit standing up with a major incline and just try to do 100 of those just to keep it going. Like after I get tired of the other ones, I'm like, shit, I know I just got to keep doing reps, man. Whatever it is that my fat ass can handle, I'm trying to handle, dog. But look, man, I appreciate you guys coming to the chat, man. It's fun as usual, dude. Much love in the super chat, but I'm at my hour and a half. Subscribe to Best Fight, the Best Boxing. Please subscribe to my man KQKC Boxing. Find a favorite LDBC channel. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and help these cats get over 1,000 subs. If you see somebody got less than 1,000 subs in the LDBC, man, General Black Africa, I think he's at like 600. He's 600. Go subscribe to these cats, man. Go subscribe to these dudes, man. And, you might not be able to watch all their videos or attend all their live streams, but just having cats know scrapbook boxing, guys like that, just having them know that there are other people in the LDBC, that their name is getting out there. Encourage these guys to continue to put out their content. Encourage them to, letting the powers that be powers that be in boxing know that that the viewpoint that is held throughout the LDBC is a constant viewpoint. That it's not just one guy popping off at the lip or two guys popping off at the lip. That we really got a whole lot of people out there that are willing and able to vocalize what they think. You know what I mean? Because look, man, 5 of us are worth a Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, 5 of us is worth a Paulie Malignaggi running off his lip, all that shit, because he ain't doing videos every day, right? He's not. There might have been 200,000 people to listen to him say what he said about Deontay Wilder, but if everybody in the LDBC is doing videos and kicking it, we're going to get 200,000 views. We can wind up get 200,000 views in a week on that subject. Less than that. I mean, less time than that, right? And that's why I think it's important for everybody to subscribe to each other, subscribe to more channels. And once, you get to 1,000 subs, hey, man, grind it out, dog. Grind it out. Put out videos, do your live streams and all that. Cats under 1,000 videos, we got to reach together and pull up the cats to that 1,000 threshold, because then that'll allow you to apply for your monetization, allow you to apply for your, to be a YouTube partner. Monetization of your videos, ability to do super chats and all that stuff. I think that's really, really important for us to support each other like that. And that's why I always, to the best of my ability, do that. Let me make sure. Lomo pulled the Sean Porter calling out Mikey, knowing he fighting Spence. But I think Lomachenko said next year, like hopefully in 2019. Yeah, well, it is next year, right? Yeah, it is what it is, dog. Just was listening today and commentating much. Peace. Oh, Mohammed is the one. Much love, man. He said, peace and salute. Just listen today, not commenting much. Peace to your family as well, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Peace.